Hey guys, welcome to akqguy. I was going to say something else there and I don't remember what it was. Anyway, I wanted to make a second video today. I know it's 2 days in a row because yesterday I didn't have a whole lot about my trip down here, and I did have some of my pictures. The majority of my pictures, I know, I'm sorry Jill, I didn't get a lot of pictures. One, just because I was booking it. Obviously I made it here in 4 days. And two, it was really freaking cold. My God. Most of the pictures I wanted, by the time I saw what I wanted, it was too late. I was already past it. Or it was like an animal that I couldn't go back and get because the animal disappeared as soon as it saw me. So it never worked out the way I wanted it to, and like I said, it was incredibly cold. On the trip, I saw a temperature difference of 80 degrees. Actually, I saw a negative 32 and 53 above, so what is that? That's 85 degrees difference. You saw the picture when I did get a shot of my car saying negative 22. My car only goes down to negative 25. I actually had to stop and outside of Whitehorse and ask them how cold it was when I filled up gas because my car wouldn't tell me. And according to them, it was negative 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Ugly. It was not a fun morning. Even when my car turned on or plugged in, it didn't want to turn on, and it killed my gas mileage. When it's that cold, it's hard to even keep your windows defrosted without having to roll down the back windows because it's me and 2 dogs. And then with that, it's cold, so I have to like ride with my fleece sleeping bag liner on my lap most of the way just to help keep warm. It was freaking cold. So I saw that, and then it's like almost as soon as I hit Alberta, it's just like the temperatures just jumped back up. Actually, I guess it was before Alberta. Fort Nelson was still negative 20 in the morning, so it was still cold there. I guess it was closer as I started crossing. Basically, it was Alberta. As soon as I hit the plains, pretty much. So I didn't get a lot of pictures for that. I'm sorry. It was a fun drive. My only complaint about driving it when I did, I would tell anyone to do it in winter. It was great. There was so little traffic. There was more northbound traffic than there was southbound traffic. I ran into so little traffic. I can probably count on one hand how many times I had to pass someone from Anchorage through to Alberta. I mean, there was just nobody. I did see a lot of people coming the other way, and the trucks sometimes coming the other way just didn't really seem to care that it was a 2-lane highway. And I had to get pretty close to the edge of the road a couple times to let them pass. They just were oblivious. But I didn't have to fight the RVs. The road was in really good shape except for about 10 miles outside of each town. And I'm guessing it's because that was higher traffic areas, because people live that far outside of the towns. The roads started to get torn up, and outside of Toke there was, and pretty much Toke to Beaver Creek, and after Beaver Creek, probably about 10 miles after Beaver Creek, the road was kind of ugly. Just lots of heaves, lots of bumps, torn up road. But beyond that, it was good. There was no construction to deal with. I would tell anyone to take it in the winter, except for the fact that you have limited light. I find that I'm starting to get a phobia of driving at night, especially driving in towns I don't know. But more so the fact that you don't get to see so much. I love the Kluane area. I think the Kluane area of Canada, of Yukon Territories, is gorgeous. I didn't get to see it. I passed through it at night. Sun was going down as I went through Beaver Creek, and I decided to press on to Haines Junction. I didn't get to see one of my favorite parts of the entire trip. I luckily went through the Great Divide, the Continental Divide, during the day. That was gorgeous. Again, absolutely bitter cold, and the wind had picked up. That made it even more miserable. But itself was really gorgeous. Some of those pictures you saw, the sun on just the trees, was the Continental Divide. Beyond that, it was a fairly uneventful trip except for the whiteout and having to pull over. I did forget to tell, I'm amazed by how many eagles Montana has. I mean, kind of in Alaska we get to the point where like, oh look, another eagle. You know, you see an eagle probably daily. If you're looking for them, you can see them. Montana was ridiculous. There were eagles, like, at least an eagle a mile. And at one point I actually got to see a golden eagle. It was sitting on a fence line. And I wouldn't have known it was a golden eagle except for there was a bald eagle down on the ground kind of by the road, and the goldie raised its wings and it was solid colored and massive, even compared to the bald eagle. I was like, oh, that's a goldie. What else to tell you guys? As far as my trip, I think that's it. But for happy news, I got a place to stay. I just got it today. I'm still in my motel. Oh well. All my stuff will not be here until probably the middle of next week. So it's really kind of pointless for me to move in. I get to sleep on the floor with the dogs in the sleeping bag. So I'm kind of up in the air as to what to do. I've already paid for the week here. I might just stay here for the week and call it good until my stuff gets here. As much as I don't like to say that. I'll keep a close eye. Hopefully I can move in the end of next week and the weekend before I really start my job on the 14th. I would appreciate that. It's a bitch to have to come home and then unpack, since it's the exact opposite of the bitch of a time I had of coming home and packing. Oh God, that was bad language, I'm sorry. And it has been incredibly hard to find a place. It just blows my mind. I actually had a woman today ask me if I plan on keeping my dogs. I was blown away by that. What do you mean, do I plan on keeping my dogs? Do you plan on keeping your kids? If not, why don't we just cut out your... Let's stop that thought right there. You guys got to witness editing. Self-editing. I edited it before it flew out of my mouth. Too bad I couldn't edit it before it started to come out. Okay. But I do have a place. I met the guy today. It's a roommate situation, which I'm going to work with. It might not be my first choice, but he's very laid back, has a lab. Anyway, she's a sweet dog. Just needs some work. We can do that. Sheila and Emmett got along. They went outside and romped and played while we looked at the house and whatnot, and looks like it's good to go. So fingers crossed that still happens, and I don't curse myself with this little video. I hope you all have a great weekend. I'll see you on Sunday, if not earlier, for the Feature Artist Turnover. And I hope you're all having a great day. I think I said that already. So I've said all I'm going to say, obviously. Have a good one.